Hi, everybody. I'm Helen Maldonado with NIA Professionals, and I am here today with one of our newest members in our NIA Crowd Coach Live. And Crowd Coach is our top level of NIA. We have 3 levels of NIA. We have our Crowd Coach, we have our NIA Elite that is exclusive to business category, and then we have our NIA X that's a revenue share plan. So Crowd Coach, and why does somebody choose to join Crowd Coach? Somebody that might be considering coaching, not sure which coaching they want because there's so many coaches out there, right? But this way, as a business owner, you can be a sponge to the faculty members and learn so much from them. And we've curated an amazing group of faculty members for that group. And I'm excited for you to get to learn from all of them, as well as from us with the traditional NIA model of a new agenda every month and really cultivating those relationships that help grow your business and entrepreneurial education. You will never leave an NIA Crowd Coach Live without lots of value. And so I'm excited for you to join.
Thank you.
And learn more about all of that. If you have out there have an interest in finding out more about any of our levels of NIA professionals, please give me a call. I'm Helen Maldonado. My number is 832-971-0918. So let's get started, Laura. Tell us, Laura Jenkins here with Farmers Insurance. Yes, give her a hand.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, we're so excited to get to know you. And so tell us a little bit about Farmers or your Farmers agency.
Yes. So I know that I'm relatively new to Farmers. I have 12 years experience in the industry that covers both property, home, flood, and the life insurance side of the business.
Awesome.
And it wasn't something I necessarily graduated from college knowing I was going to do, but this was an opportunity. The friend asked me to make some phone calls just after work around my business hours. And I had a small baby at home. And I was looking to grow my family and just do some extra things. And I wanted to help a friend. And this became a calling. This became a passion of mine. And I personally benefited a lot from what insurance can do for someone, Helen.
Oh, that's so important. And correct me if I'm wrong, you handle both residential and commercial lines, right?
That's correct.
Okay. I thought we had talked about that. I just want to make sure everybody out there knows that because new businesses are popping up every day here in Texas.
I just drove by and I couldn't even imagine how many new little food trucks.
And they have to have insurance and they don't realize it. And they don't realize how much they need. So that education portion of it, I know you're very good at that, and sitting down and finding out what their needs are and how you're going to meet them.
Thank you. Well, and I think the biggest thing is sometimes we doubt ourselves.
Yeah.
We shortchange ourselves. We think sometimes, especially as ladies, that we might not be qualified for something. But I tell you, when something happens, it's never, oh, I regret this. When the company pays the claim, you're like, wow,
I'm so glad I had that.
What type it was. They're like, hey, I'm really glad it paid the claim. This took care of my needs, my bills.
That's good. They can sleep at night.
Exactly.
For sure.
That's why we're here. And it's exciting too, having a family, being an entrepreneur. And I think at the end of the day, everything we're doing is going to help build our businesses as entrepreneurs. But you know that things like storms, lawsuits, all sorts of things can happen. Your husband is an attorney, and we know that life happens around us. So it's not if something's going to happen. It's just when, and do I have a plan so that
am I covered?
I don't want to shut my business down or have to pay out of pocket for something that if I'm paying into, it's going to be okay.
For sure.
Yes.
That peace of mind. Absolutely. So tell me, what are you most excited about in joining our Crowd Coach?
I say the caliber of the people, because when I went to the event, I noticed people outside were talking about their goals and people inside were just so grateful. It was like some of us hadn't really met each other yet, and some of us were kind of getting to know each other, but there was a spirit of cooperation that I noticed in the room. And everyone was so free to be themselves, particularly people who have been in wearing many hats.
Yeah.
And used all of their background to be who they are today. it was like I came home in my driveway. I live in Chapel Hill, and I
Oh,
live on
wow.
a
So
cattle
cool.
ranch.
Ranch,
I know I'm a
ranch life.
I'm
I love
from New
it.
York, but I'm a ranch girl.
Oh, I love it.
And I was sitting there in my car, and I couldn't even like get in. I was just sitting there pausing, like I think I saw something that just impacted my life. And it
Thank
was so
you.
humbling to realize that all of us have our hands on something.
Yeah.
All of us have our hands on something great. I was talking with another gentleman, and we were saying that, Helen and Oscar are right. We are only one contact away from changing our life and someone else's.
Yes, I love that you said that, because the trajectory of your life or your business can totally be changed by just being in the room, by showing up. Whether it's a small room or a large room, it can change your life. It can change your business. Just show up.
Uh-huh.
Be there, be present,
Yeah.
get to know who else that you can help. And I know I said this the other night at that event you came to, and that is Zig Ziglar is one of my favorite mentors, growing up. And if you help enough other people get what they want, you will get what you want and need. And I just love Zig because of some of those great pearls of wisdom that he gives us. And and I've incorporated it in a lot of the teaching that we do through our NIA agendas, but it just makes a big, huge difference in so many businesses and so many people's lives. And it's not just, about who's in the room and who's going to sell to who and all of that. It's not about that. We curate specific groups of people to help one another. And that's what you feel. That's that energy you felt in that room. So I'm glad you showed up.
Thank you. Well, in Zig Ziglar, I think a lot of people, how many people are better off because he lived?
Yeah.
That was one of my motivations in my early 20s, getting started in business. And I would stay up and I would hear noises and parties above me at the house I rented. And I would have Zig Ziglar.
Yep.
And then we get on a conference call and share, when you think about what left an impression with you. And
Yeah.
he's got some nuggets.
There's a lot of great public speakers and motivators and things out there. But that's just one that stands out in my life. Tony Robbins is another. I mean, there's just a lot of great folks out there helping lead. And if we can just be a small part of that to help our local businesses grow, that's what we're about.
Oh,
so
and it's
I'm so glad. Yes, it is. It is.
To be a small part of someone's success.
Yeah.
Watching people get out of debt, watching people have security. I'm a mother. I almost lost my husband at a young age.
Oh my goodness.
And that's what propelled me to create this type of business, is knowing that if something happened and somebody didn't come home, the idea that our family would be okay kind of propelled me.
Yeah.
What kind of
That's
example
huge.
am I setting for my daughter, Sarah, to have a brighter future?
Yeah.
Am I leading from the front and helping as many people as possible? That's an excellent point.
It really is. It really is. And there's a lot of networking out there that you can go to. There's a lot of free events that are not structured, and there's no, really accountability or anything. And then there are some that are very structured and have a lot of accountability and a lot of commitment and encroach on your business and or your family life often. NIA doesn't do that. We have a once a month meeting and optional events throughout the month. You go to what you can go to. You always make sure you're at your once a month meeting, and you will grow exponentially.
Wow. I'm excited, Helen.
Well, we're excited to have you, Laura. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you guys next time.